All right, everybody, welcome to our webinar here tonight. My name is Steve Green. I'm your host for this evening's festivities. We appreciate you taking the time to be with us here over the next several minutes. And we're going to be running through a lot of information, so grab a pen and paper, jot down some notes. Keep in mind that you can get back with the person that put you on this webinar or this conference call bridge tonight and secure additional detailed information. For those of you who are on the conference call bridge, we know there are many of you. Keep in mind that this is a webinar. We will be referring to things visually online. Please be patient with us as we move through that part of the program, but you can certainly get the gist of what we're doing here over the telephone. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Generation Young. Tonight, we're going to be talking about today's business facts and trends, an incredible company, their fantastic products, and an incredibly lucrative pay plan. So what's going on in the world today? People are living paycheck to paycheck. Retail businesses are hurting. People are working longer hours than ever. Little or no savings. Increased debts, mortgages, overheads are keeping people down. You know, people are looking for solutions. There's got to be a better way, and we believe we have one here tonight with Jeunesse Global. Imagine better health, more money, more time, more freedom. I mean, how would you like to spend more time with your family? Drive the car that you want to drive. You know, travel the world. Live the lifestyle that you and your family deserve to live. You know, we're going to be talking about that here this evening. We have a huge global trend that's going on in the home-based business arena. The direct sale boom is on. Over 200 million people are expected to join the direct sales industry in the next decade. Now, that's more growth in this industry the next 10 years than the last 50 years combined. And 1 out of every 7 homes on average around the world operates a home-based business. People are gravitating towards this. It's easier than ever to open up a business from your living room that can expand not only across your city or state, but across the country and around the world. So it is a boom, and it is going on right now as we speak. And it is aligning with a perfect type of storm that's going on right now in these different fields. First one, technology. It's absolutely exploded. Exponential growth in technology. As I said, easier than ever to build that home-based business with all the advancements in technology. The economy, it's been tough the last 5 years. There's a lot of people that are hurting, a lot of people that are still hurting, but it's starting to turn around. People are getting disposable income, and they are wanting to spend it on themselves and their families. All right, the baby boomers have driven markets for years, for decades. No different with what we're going to be talking about here tonight. You know, there's a baby boomer turning 50 every 7 seconds in this country, and now every second worldwide somebody is turning 50. And then, of course, you have the Generation Xers, the Yers, and the Millennials. Kids are no longer going to school up through college to graduate and go get a job. They have the dream to become entrepreneurs, to run their own business, to their own destiny. So that's what people are interested in. Young kids are interested in. You know, they've seen the struggles of their parents. They know that their social security system is broken and the money's not going to be there for them when they retire. You know, they're looking for more. So we have something for everybody here on what we're talking about tonight. The stars, the moon, the sun, I mean, everything is lining up perfectly right now here with Jeunesse Global. All right, Bill Gates said, if I would be given a chance to start all over again, I would choose network marketing. Warren Buffett, one of the richest investors in the world, has a financial interest in more than a dozen network marketing companies, and he says, cash on cash return, it is the best investment I have ever made. So we're talking about this home-based business, network marketing, direct sale industry. Well, what is it? What makes it so different? Why are people gravitating towards this industry? Well, it's very simple. I mean, take the example of being in a traditional business or having a job with no sleep, you can work a total of 168 hours in a week. That's all you can do. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Trading time for money. It's all on you. Your performance, what you do is what you're going to get paid, and so on and so forth. Take our concept, what we're talking about here tonight, known as networking, and take the example of Angela, who is in Australia, a Jeunesse distributor. She got involved with what you're going to hear about tonight, and she turned 50 people onto it, 50 friends and people that she knew, and that turned into over 4,000 people in 20 countries in a year and a half. Now think about this. If everyone in Angela's new business just puts in 1 hour of work per week, Angela would get paid on 4,000 hours of work. Which would you rather do? No sleep, 24/7, work 168 hours and have limits on your income? Or join us and do it our way, get paid on the leveraged efforts of others stretching across the country and around the world? I think the answer is obvious. All right, the other big global trend we want to talk about here tonight is the anti-aging boom. It is exploding. It's a $300 billion a year industry today, projected to go to over $1 trillion a year by the year 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, that is through the roof growth. And what smart entrepreneurs do, what the Bill Gateses of the world do, and what the Warren Buffetts of the world do, and the Richard Bransons of the world do, and the Donald Trumps of the world do, they identify an up-and-coming trend, and then they get positioned in front of that trend before it hits, and then that enables them to get swept up by a jet stream of momentum that carries them to the riches. The demand in a market, just like what we're talking about here tonight, you're going to have an opportunity to ride that jet stream of momentum to the riches. So how do we capitalize on these global trends we're talking about here tonight? What is your opportunity? And we strongly believe it is Jeunesse Global. Based in Orlando, Florida. They're a family-owned company, privately held, 5 years old or young, however you'd like to look at it. They are debt-free and profitable. They're number 46 on the Direct Selling News Global 100 list. They are leaders in product innovation. They're firmly established internationally. They're members of the Direct Selling Association, and they have huge global market appeal with the products that they have. And they have been winning award after award after award. Check this out. Jeunesse Global is the third fastest growing company in the world of its kind the last 2 years running. We won 16 marketing awards at the latest USA Business Awards night. We're one of just 18 companies that grew by more than $100 million in sales last year. We're the youngest company ever to be open in 100 countries around the world, and we're the youngest company inside the top 50 ranked DSA companies. We also have the quickest growth ever to $250 million in sales. Inc. magazine just came out a couple of months ago and named Jeunesse Global the fastest growing direct sale company in America. Incredible accolades that are going on right now, and the reason is it starts with the people. One of the big reasons, it's the founders of the company, Randy Ray and Wendy Lewis, world-class entrepreneurs. I tell people all the time, you do business with people, not companies. And it permeates down through their entire organization. So it starts at the top. So why is Jeunesse taking the world by storm? What is everybody talking about? Well, they're talking about everything that I've been talking to you about tonight, talking about this growth that's going on. I mean, they did $60 million in 2011 in sales. In 2012, $120 million. In 2013, $254 million in sales. Last month we had our record month. We did our first $50 million month. We are on track to do $500 million over the next 12 months. Now think about that. That's a company that started at ground zero 5 years ago in some of the worst economic times that we've all seen in decades. And they have doubled their sales every year. They're at $500 million a year, on their way to $1 billion a year. People are hearing about that. They're hearing about the fact that the company has paid out already approaching $300 million in sales to date. And so the question here tonight is, if you're new on this line, do you want to get a piece of the next $300 million? And they're talking about our international expansion and all the awards we're winning. But they're also talking about the incredible product line that we have. You know, I tell people all the time, you know, you don't do $500 million of anything unless you truly have something. And I know you would agree with that. And so we focus on the anti-aging, age intervention, turn back the clock, performance enhancement business. We are positioned in front of that jet stream of momentum that is starting to sweep people up and carry them along. We have people making an incredible amount of money that have recognized the timing that is there, have plugged in with this company to ride that wave. They have state-of-the-art, science-based, clinically proven products. And they work. People order, they reorder, they order, they reorder again and again and again. Anti-aging on the outside, anti-aging on the inside, everybody. So it starts with our Luminesce line. The breakthrough here is adult stem cell technology. Everybody is buzzing about adult stem cell technology. It's changing the world, and we're right in the middle of it. It starts with our Luminesce serum, an incredible breakthrough that gets results quickly, and it's lasting results. It works on a cellular level with your body, and it contains growth factors that are derived from adult stem cells. You're going to find out more about that, but they have taken that and expanded this line to include the moisturizer, the DNA night repair cream, and so on. So that product line has taken us to where we are today, along with the Reserve product, the Finity, and the AM/PM formulation. Okay, Reserve is based upon resveratrol. The breakthrough here with our product, we have figured out a way to concentrate resveratrol into a gel pack that you take once a day. Resveratrol has been shown to slow and reverse the aging process. Next, you have our AM/PM formulation that is brought to us by Dr. Vincent G. Impapa. He is the first president of the American Academy of Anti-Aging, and he has just been nominated for a Nobel Prize this year for his work in stem cell technology. This is his formula. It's incredible. If you take supplementation, guess what? How would you like to save all the money you're spending today? Go to these 2 bottles and they got you covered. That's Dr. G. and Papa telling you that, not me. Fantastic formulation. If you're having trouble sleeping, take the PM formula. You'll sleep like a baby. And then, of course, the Finity product featuring TA65. If you don't know what TA65 is, Google search it. But what they have found is it is the only known ingredient to man that has been scientifically proven to regrow the telomeres on the ends of your chromosomes. And people are saying, well, what's a telomere? Think of it as the protective cap on the ends of your cells, kind of like the plastic tip on the end of a shoelace. And when that plastic protective cap on the end of your shoelace starts to get shorter and shorter and break down, the end of the shoelace starts to fray, right? Same thing with your cells. When that protective cap gets shorter and shorter and shorter as you age, it causes the cells to break down in a premature manner. How would you like to regrow those protective caps? That's what Finity does. Incredible product. And also, we just now introduced our solution in the weight loss arena. And it is our Zen Body program. State-of-the-art, science-based, incredible breakthrough, $600 billion a year industry that we're tapping into now. And I will tell you this, every Monday morning, millions of Americans wake up looking for the next solution to lose weight. We have the solution to lose weight and to keep it off and to lose the inches. The solution with Zen Body. And you're going to find out more about that. So that's just been added in to the line right now. So listen here, guys. What we want to talk about tonight is our instantly ageless product. We want to feature that here this evening. It's another new product that was just introduced at our conference this past weekend. The only word for this product is astounding. It's astounding. It's revolutionary. There's nothing else like it in the world. When it was introduced this weekend in Orlando, Florida, it sold out in 45 minutes. And when it was introduced from the stage in front of thousands of people, the room, they rushed the stage. They rushed the stage to get the product, absolutely climbing over each other. It's like a Black Friday like you've seen on television. And you know when they open the doors and everybody rushes into the store? That's what it was like. There has never been a product launch like this in the history of network marketing. And why? It is absolutely astounding. It's incredible. And all the results that you're going to see here on this screen as we talk about it tonight, for those of you on the webinar, all the results you see occurred in less than 2 minutes. That's the breakthrough. 2-minute technology. How many of you would like to turn the clock back 10 years in 2 minutes? That's what everybody across the country and soon to be around the world is buzzing about here tonight, exclusively now at Jeunesse Global. Check these pictures out. 2 minutes. Look at the difference. And each application lasts 6 to 8 hours. Incredible. Here's another one. We're going to feature these. Look under the eyes. Look at the difference there under the eyes. And we put it on under the eye because you really see a difference very, very quickly. Here's a gentleman with the scar up around his eye. In 2 minutes, it is gone. Again, each application lasts 6 to 8 hours. And all you have to do is continue to reapply it day to day to day. Look. We already have the long-term solution to the long-term problem, which is aging, with the products we already have. We're doing $500 million a year with what we already have. Now we have added into the mix a short-term solution to the long-term problem of aging. People want results yesterday, and this gives it to them. That's the breakthrough here. Incredible technology. Look at the difference between the left eye with no application and the right eye here. And we're going to have new and different pictures every week. They're starting to pile in, come in. I mean, here's another one. Look at this gentleman's face. In 2 minutes, taken 10 years off of his appearance. Here's another lady. Left photo, doesn't have it on. Right photo, 2 minutes later. And again, incredible results with people, and the pictures just keep coming in. This is the latest and greatest advancement in peptide technology. Peptide technology featuring a mineral stack, and it is an incredible formulation. And the only place that you can get it is at Jeunesse Global. Now, they announced it in a soft launch situation this weekend. If you were fortunate enough to be in Orlando, you got some of this, and you know what I'm talking about. It is sweeping across social media. Everybody's buzzing about this thing. And we're going to talk a little bit more about how you can get it here in just a couple of minutes. But the big launch of this instantly ageless product is still yet to come. Remember, get in front of a jet stream of momentum so you can get swept up and carried along. This product is going to take everyone's business here at Jeunesse Global even to a higher level, into a stratospheric level. And then you add the Zen Body weight loss solution, where we can now tap into another $600 billion a year industry. We have got it going on. So let's talk about how you make money here. What's in it for you? If you come on board and order up the product and go to work with us, can you make any money here? That's your question. Let's talk about that now. You can get in for $49.95. You become a distributor. You order the product at wholesale. You can sell it at retail. We have people making hundreds of dollars a week just selling the products that we have. But you can also get paid on the wholesale ordering that's going on the community that you build, that stretches across